Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at your weekend forecast for September 22nd through the 24th. And weather here across southern Vermont looks okay, but not amazing for this weekend. Most of the heaviest rain from a system that's going to head us towards us is going to go south of us, but we definitely have a chance for rain Saturday and a little bit of a chance on Sunday as well, as the system is going to basically come at us in two waves. Most of both systems is going to head south of us. Let's take a look at what's going on across the country here. Main weather maker. We've been in this big ridge across the eastern part of the United States, and that's going to hold on, but we have a wrinkle in the ointment. This is a subtropical storm. It has some tropical and some extratropical characteristics, and it has been developing here off the southeast coast basically all week. And as you can see, we're starting to get some mostly west, but eventually some north movement out of it as this trough starts to approach and it starts to get caught up in the upper level flow heading in our general direction. We're going to go over some exact track kind of details, but one thing that's going to happen with this is the core of the system is going to kind of meander to the west, and then it's going to send some moisture north, and that moisture is going to come as kind of a slug that's going to go just south of us. Then there'll be a break in the action, and then we'll have a chance as the core kind of heads towards us as well. Both times we'll be on the northern fringe of what occurs. If we take, before we get to the close-up view, if we take a quick look at what's going on radar, you can see there's a lot of rain associated with this. There's also a lot of rain to our west, as in the transition between the ridge in the east and the trough out west. But today, our weather will be nice. We will start to get some high clouds this afternoon from the system as it begins to head north. But in general, the weather is very nice here across New England and across southern Vermont today. We started off a little chilly, but we're headed towards a pretty warm day, a little bit above average actually, with temperatures near 70 this afternoon, a little bit above 70 in a few spots this afternoon. All right, here's a closer view at our system here. And you can see, it doesn't look exactly like a tropical system, but it also doesn't look exactly like a classic comma shape. You do have a bit of the comma shape. That's unusual for a tropical system, but you also kind of have some upper level divergence and things like this. This looks a little different than you would see from a normal, just regular run-of-the-mill system. That's why it's called an extratropical system, in that it has some characteristics of both a tropical and a non-tropical storm. So that's what's happening. And again, the system is going to meander to the west, kind of make a landfall of sorts here in North Carolina, hang out just to our west, and then the moisture from it's going to head out to the north. You can see just by the clouds here, the cirrus clouds at the north, as the rain heads north, which it's got some pretty good momentum to do, it's going to kind of get strung out by a little bit of this flow here, and it's going to get pushed out just south of us, but not entirely, because the ridge is constantly moving this north. And let me show you exactly why that's going to happen here. If we take a look at the upper level flow of what's going on here across the western Atlantic, we've got this general ridge here across the northeastern United States that's been here all week. And then we have, obviously, here's your upper level, your low pressure system. And then we have this big, broad subtropical ridge across the Atlantic, which is pretty normal for this time of year. And you can see it kind of nosing up towards New England. And that is strengthening actually here. What's happening is this trough is pushing across the Atlantic, and as that happens, it's pushing some ridging back to the north, and that's going to push the storm north of us before the trough to the west starts to come in and collect it and push it out to sea. So it's going to be allowed to kind of meander a little bit west. You can kind of see that the flow is sort of westerly here, but then the flow turns a little bit more northerly here around the high, because around a ridge, air flows generally in this clockwise rotation. So we've got kind of a westerly push to it now, but as it gets just a little bit further north, it's going to get caught up in that. And also as this trough to the west pushes east, it's also going to collect it and push it up and to the east out of us. And so I said, tomorrow we'll have a first wave of moisture that heads at us. Actually won't be the core of the storm. It'll just kind of be some overrunning moisture. That looks to be what gives us a chance for some steady light rain tomorrow afternoon, but steady heavy rain for southern New England. And then the upper level and what's left of kind of the surface and upper level low will swing through Sunday. And that also looks to give, that's more of a showery type of precipitation with that. And so we'll kind of be off and on showers on Sunday. Let's take a quick look at what that actually looks like on the forecast. Today, we're looking at temperatures in the low 70s, a decent amount of sun with high clouds later on. We're cloudy overnight tonight. We fall back into the mid 40s. Tomorrow, light rain. That's mostly in the afternoon. Not real heavy, probably not more than a quarter of an inch of rain, but enough that you have to keep an eye on it. Temperatures in the 60s or around 60. Kind of feel chilly and raw tomorrow. Kind of like a fall rainy day. Overnight, we move back to just cloudy in between the two systems, and temperatures are in the mid 40s once again. And then on Sunday, mostly sprinkled kind of weather. Could have a brief shower Temperatures a little bit warmer. We could see a peak of sun on Sunday, although I wouldn't expect it too much. Clouds kind of hang on as the system gets cleared out before on Monday. We will have some nicer weather. Temperatures around 50 on Sunday night. Let's take a quick look at those highlights. Friday is nice before a slow-moving storm moves up the coast tomorrow and on Sunday. The heavy rain should stay mostly south of us. Best chance of steady rain comes Sunday or Saturday afternoon. Sunday brings a chance for off and on showers, and as we head towards Monday, conditions will improve. All right, I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. They help support what I do here at the West River Weather Guy. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I'd encourage you to do so. As it helps make sure you don't miss any of my videos. I will be back on Monday to look at next week's work.